Hey, hello, what's up, you guys? Thank you very much for watching my YouTube video. And then today I wanna talk about one of the tips that I've been using to improve my English speaking skill, right? So, I've been using a lot of tips to improve my English skill, but I find this tip, most effective, but most difficult thing to do, right? So I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna try to explain what I'm doing with this tip, right? So what I'm doing is very simple. I just I'm trying to do this every day, right? And then I just pick one subject and then trying to make a speech about that subject. So even though there's no one actually listening to me, but I always pretend that I have an audience in front of me, and then I just giving a speech in front of an audience. That's what I'm doing, and also that I always record myself, or maybe just film myself like I'm doing right now, so that I could listen to myself later on. Yes, that's what I'm doing. So like other tips, like in the daytime, because I have to drive in every day. So when I'm driving, I always try to talk to myself in English so that I could practice my speaking, right? But doing this is very easy because I could talk about anything, right? I could talk about anything that came to my mind, and sometimes I just describe the thing that I'm seeing at that moment. So because I could talk about anything, it's very easy, and it's very to keep on speaking without stopping. Like when I'm driving, I could no trouble just to keep on speaking like 10, like a 30 minutes, 1 hour. And it's very easy, but trying to make a speech is totally different story, right? Because I have to stick with that subject, and then I just can't talk about something that nothing to do with the subject. I have to stick with that subject at the same time. What I'm the way I'm doing this is that because I just is just pick one subject and then maybe think about like a 5 minutes or so, and then just start speaking. So there is no preparation prior to the speech. This make this real difficult to do. I don't have any preparation, for the speech. So while I'm speaking, I have to come up with the plan for that speech. So while I'm speaking, I have to think about how I'm gonna start this speech and how I'm gonna end it, or maybe in between what kind of thing I'm gonna talk about. Those plans I have to think about while I'm speaking, because I'm making a speech and I cannot stop. I just keep on speaking, right? So this is a very difficult, much more difficult than just talking to myself, or maybe actually talking to someone. It's much more difficult to make a speech this way. So I've been doing this for like my 5 months or so, and at the very beginning I thought this is very tough. I just couldn't keep on speaking. I have to stop and think what I'm gonna say next, and that stuff. It was very difficult, but I try to do this every day, and little by little it's getting easier for me to make a speech, even in this kind of condition or situation, right? So at the same time that because I'm recording, or I am filming myself, so I can listen to myself later on, right? So while I'm talking, you know I'm making a lot of mistake. I'm making a lot of grammatical mistake, or maybe mispronouncing a lot of words. Anyway, I'm making a lot of mistakes. But while I'm speaking, I usually don't notice that I'm making mistakes. But if I listen to myself later on, it's easy. I can easily tell what kind of mistake I'm making. So I could learn a lot from this, and also that while I'm listening to myself, I usually come up with more idea, to express the same thing, using the different words, or maybe totally different way to express the same thing. And then this thing, make a speech, record myself, listen to myself, and then this whole thing makes me worked me good to improve my English speaking skill. Yes, as I said earlier, it was very difficult. I thought that I just couldn't do it, but I just keep on doing it and practice many times. You know, I felt that my English speaking skill, you know, improved a lot. As I keep on doing this tip in every day, I feel that easier and easier, when I try to speak in English, because I feel that the English comes out more easier and easier than before. So I'm sure that this tip is working for me very good. So if you are like struggling, or if you don't know what to do to improve your English speaking skill, you know why don't you just give it a shot and then see if it's gonna work for you or not, like it did for me. And then yes, because until today my English is not perfect or anything. I still have a long way to go to improve my English speaking skill, but I intend to keep on doing this and keep on using this tip to improve my English speaking skill, because I know that this is a very effective way to improve my English speaking skill. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching again, and then I'm gonna see you on the next video, right? So thank you very much, and then see you then. Bye.